as long as you're not owing on it, that will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well hear this now, Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go, it come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Side, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dumb in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. It's a packed night tonight, nevertheless. Heat waves in Trinidad. Hot, hot, hot. Just now we gonna melt, you know. Just now we gonna melt. So viewers, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Network Friday. Remember that, viewers. The #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago is on Synergy Television from 7 to 8 p.m. The #1. Remember our live stream, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, on Facebook and on YouTube. It's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So share our social media platform, viewers, so your friends and family outside of Trinidad and Tobago will be able to know about it. And remember, we are giving you 4% on our fixed deposit, viewers. 4% per year. Remember, you can also be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union information. And let's start saving money for you. But the greatest is the fixed deposit. Why am I saying that? We are paying the highest interest rate on fixed deposits in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, every night I always tell you, I always encourage you And this is how we do it. If you have $100,000 put down in some other financial institution for 10 years, you might get $10,000. If so much after taxes. But at Real Talk, when you invest $100,000 over a 5-year span, that's $20,000. No other financial institution is giving you that. So remember that, viewers, our numbers are on screen. It's only at Real Talk. Only at Real Talk. So call our numbers between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Set up an appointment. Come down to our office at number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguners and a sub-office in San Fernando at 132 Sipero Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. To that, viewers, remember, I'm a licensed money lender. You're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. As long as you have some form of security for me to hold, we will do business. We will do business. So while we start up that day now, you know, in Trinidad, we always have water problem. Always. And in this process now, Tech wants to raise electricity. Followed by WASA, who will be wanting to raise their rates also. The Water Storage Authority, WASA, owes Tech Electricity Commission $800 million. While the Public Utility Minister or the ministries owe Tech $20 million. So that is $100 million that is being owed. WASA owes, and then the Public Utility Ministers owes. UNC MP Barry Padarat gave this information at a media briefing and quoted that figures owed to Tech from a written reply given by the Public Utility Ministry in Parliament recently. This was a question he posed to the ministry on the total debit owed by state agencies to Tech. As at May 2023, the ministry stated that the total of $1.4 billion was being owed. Listen to this.
I can share with you, and I saw one of the media houses already got a hold of it, that total sum owed from the state as of May 2023 to Tech is $1.4 billion. Wow. $1.4 billion.
$1.4 billion is owed to Tech. We're talking about government ministries, eh? The Water and Sewerage Authority owes the Tech Electricity Commission $800,000. While the Public Utility Ministry owes Tech $20 million. Look at money they are owing. Padarat said that $1.4 billion, including the sum owed by WASA and the Public Utility Ministries, he said, added that the Education Ministry owes $115 million. And UNICUT, which falls under the Prime Minister's office, owes $102 million. The MP called on the RIC and the government to hold their rates. Review, which has been completed in the light of the information on the 1.4 owed to Tech by state agencies. Listen to this.
And we are calling on the RIC to halt, because we are very much aware that they have completed the rate review. They have an existing relationship with the government, and the government is waiting for the opportune time to announce these new rates. Well, we are calling on both the government and the RIC to halt any move to increase the rates in light of the information that has now found its way into the public domain as it relates to the $1.4 billion that is owed to Tech by the state.
So Trinidad and Tobago, 2386716 is the number to call in. government agencies owe in and tech, and we the citizens have to pay. Is that fair to us? Ask yourself that. $800,000 by WASA alone, and public utility ministries, 20 million. 20 million. So am I wrong for coming here now and telling you how much money government ministries owes to Tech? Am I wrong for that? Education ministry owes $115 million, and we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we have to pay the brunt for that. Why? Because Tech wants to raise the rate. They're passing it down to the smaller man. Why the hell the Ministry of Finance cannot release $1.4 billion to pay their bills? Because every 3 months or every 2 months, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago pay their bills. We pay our bills. But the Duncy head and them in the ministries, they don't want to pay their bills. They don't want to pay it. Who's suffering now? When Tech decide to raise their bill now, who's going to pay for it? We, the citizens, will contribute to a higher electricity rate that would cover now the $1.4 billion. So why does RIC now don't hold a meeting with the ministry? Or why it is that RIC or Tech get some bailiff? Get some bailiff. Or debt collectors, and send letters and send men with truck to pick up things from government office. Why can't they do that? Why can't WASA want to sell out we house to pay debt? WASA want to come and auction we house to pay them debt, but them owing Tech $800 million. $800 million, while the public utility ministry owes 20 million, education 115 million. The cut falls under the Prime Minister's office. The Prime Minister's office owed $102 million. So why the hell Tech don't get debt collectors and send them to these agencies? No. RIC now wants to penalize the citizen now to pay that bill now. It's sad, you know. It's really sad. The MP called on the RIC and the government to hold the rate, which have been compiled in the light of this information, and they owe $1.4 billion. Padarad also noted that out of the $1.4 billion, WASA owes $800 million to Tech up until May. And that added WASA. All I think is joke. WASA. All I want the auction house now. All you owing and all you can't pay, but all I want the auction we house. Listen to this.
I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, that out of that $1.4 billion owed to Tech up to May 2023, $800 million is owed to Tech. By who? WASA. WASA owes Tech up to May 2023 $800 million. And while the Minister of Public Utilities will have us believe that the government is separate and apart from WASA, the policy, the direction, the prescription, the management, the Board of Commissioners who are appointed by the Cabinet of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, they and WASA are one and the same.
Paula, good night.
Very, very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
So if the government paid the $1.4 billion to Tech and the $800 million to WASA, they wouldn't have no need to do any rate increase. One, if I didn't pay my bill, I could face the risk of being disconnected. So why we can't disconnect some of them ministries who is doing all the best?
Thank you, my friend. Tech afraid to do that? Because somebody related in some way, and somebody, some big boyfriend some way. But the small man had to pay for that. We, the small man on the street, who already cost of living is so high, and the money we get on a day-to-day, weekly base, fortnightly base, monthly base, we could hardly live with it. We hardly live with you. Wasa owing $800 million and them ain't get cut off yet. But if two will come and meet you in one, you've seen about 4 trucks and about 20 men pull up in your house to cut the line. You see how stink there is? You see how stink there is? Ministry of Education, $115 million. They may get cut off yet, but you only owe them 4 months in bill. They're coming to snap your current. The little $200 you're buying meat and you leave it in the freezer, it's spoiling. Your ice cream melting out. Your cake spoil. Your cheese, they getting fungus. So you see how T&Tech also bias? They stink with themselves. I telling them that. They stink. Watch me. The disconnection crew. All you stink with all yourself. Go in government office. Don't run down the poor man. We're paying $200 a month. Up to May 2023, $800 million is being owed to T&Tech by WASA. Education Ministry, $115 million. And them still getting lights. Them clung and them still have lights. You know why? That's what we call biasness. Call her good night.
Saeed, pleasant good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Saeed, the same way they're sending the people by your house when you don't pay your light bill.
Yes.
And they're cutting your lights.
Correct.
Or they're making you sign a paper where you're going to pay $250
to connect back.
if they don't cut it, right? That you will remain with your current. Why all the ministries don't go in darkness? Why WASA don't go in darkness? WASA borrow how much millions of dollars they say
yes.
to run pipe and so everybody
correct.
will have water in 2023.
Yeah.
Up to now we have dry taps.
Correct, correct.
A certain part of WASA burned down a few years ago. Nobody touched that. No government in power touched that to find out who did it and what was the corruption about.
That is
right?
St. Joseph office.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Now, we have to pay that bill.
Correct.
Where are we getting that money from when we could barely buy food?
Yep.
We could barely buy food. We could barely put gas in the car to take our children and grandchildren to school. Some parents had to pay transport to get their
yes.
children to and from school. Saeed, what is really going on in this space? Put the ministries and them in darkness and let Rowley know what the hell time it is. You understand? It's
correct.
time to stand up and do what they do to us as the low-class citizens, because they ain't going Westmoreland and cut nobody current, you know. They ain't going Fairways and them Big Shot, Maraval and all these places. They're coming for poor people behind
true.
And clipping the meter. Right? And
yeah.
if they're paid, they remain in darkness, which a lot of them know when that rate go up. A lot of people going to have to go
yes,
back.
they're going to remain in darkness.
To Keith, Scotland, they're going to have to go back to lamp and candle. Trust me on that. Good night, Saeed.
Thank you, my dear. This is my, and you know the RIC wants a whole meeting all over the place, but RIC can't go by Colin or Crongenbert and ask him to release money for T&Tech, you know. Them can't do that because they might lose their work in the morning. I'm telling you that. Them big boys and them in RIC could lose their work in the morning because Colin only had to pick up a phone and make a phone call. And you home. You home. But the Ministry of Finance, I give a damn thing neither. You think he can if your light bill get cut? You gonna tell me WASA cannot hire some debt collectors and start collecting money from these ministries? They just don't want to do it. But them duncy head guys in RIC, they want to hold meeting all over the place to show us how, you know what, we're going to raise the bill by 63%. Why the hell them are going government ministries and talk about that? They want to come and penalize all you. Let me tell you something. The day some of them coming from my building, watch now, soldiers. Brace all yourself, you know. Take quite telling you, brace all yourself, you know. Because me tolerate no nonsense. All of just a clown, all the cowards, all the duncy head, all the illiterate. All they want to come down and poor citizens, but you can't go at people in authority and tell them, hey, you're owing me. It's sad, but how also think with all yourself. It's stinking sad. You got to tell me the Ministry of Education, they can't complete schools. Good? They're owing T&Tech. $115 million. Pensioners now, when they get an increase in their light bill, what they had to do? What they had to do, tell me. It had done see it come now go call you and say, oh, Saieed, you're bashing. Saieed bashing. I bring in information to all that all I didn't know. And now all they go know now, why all the electricity bill increase? Such a duncy head. So this is something I just want to highlight, viewers. The Shoguners Mayor Saieed Mohammed has vowed to continue restoring streets within the Shoguners, as was done to Market Street.
In our beloved city have not gone unnoticed. We hear the voices of the business community, vendors, customers, visitors, and patrons. We understand the significance of these streets and the impact it has on our daily livelihood. The restoration of Market Street stands as a resounding testament to our commitment to progress. This paving project is a symbol of our dedication to improving the very heart of our city. Rest assured, our work does not end here. We pledge to continue this momentum, extending the same care and attention to the following streets: Eleanor Street, Xavier Street, Marie Street, and Yard Street.
So viewers, according to Saieed Mohammed, he vowed a little bit, you know. The Market Street by First Citizen Bank in the back there, they have paved the road. So I just publicly, I want to say, thanks to Mr. Saieed for looking after some of the streets in Shoguners. There are many streets in Shoguners that need fixing, but hopefully within the next couple of months, our mayor will be able to do something about it. So thank you once again, my friend. So viewers, you know, it's that time now where we go for a commercial break. But you know, we have people who like to play hide and seek in Trinidad and Tobago with side and side money. Vinu Dipchan, of 4, apartment 4, Lightpole 76, John Street, Shoguners, Montrose. My friend, people will be looking for you. You know why? Because he owed us. And he owed us, and he owed us. So I am offering $10,000 for anybody who could find this car. PEA 578. It's a white Toyota Aqua. If you find Vinud, he will be able to tell you where the car is. You get the car and you bring it, and you get 10,000. So same thing with Narissa. Narissa from Pajue Extension. You would have any guys living up there who looking for $10,000. So you want an easy 10,000? Get in touch with this woman. I tell her, no, get in touch with that woman. She will tell her where the car is, where this car is. She will tell her where this car is. You get the car, you bring it for me, I give you 10,000. It's that simple. Also, Raquel Bain Sozano. Lot 3, Solomon Street in Mayaro. That's the address she gave us. That is why I call it now the address. This X-Trail, we also find 10,000 for it. Anybody? Raquel feel like afraid them because they need the defense force. You feel like business? It's spirit work I doing. You never know what can happen in the barracks when you're cleaning your firearm. You never know when you jump in your vehicle and you go out on assignment. You never know what could happen. You never know, but I could tell you something. Come back to me. I'll tell you something. This issue is a physical issue. And I ain't going to invoke no spirit and send it after she. God have been good to me. You see what I do in here? Dirtying them waters. I would do that. You know why? So physically, no, nobody ain't going to trust them and believe in what they're saying. So I just want to ask Raquel, when you come out on your assignment, right? and you go to run down bandit who robbing people. What you do to Saieed? You come just like them. You come just like them. Same thing with Narissa. Narissa feel like you have to pick up a chair, get this pull up by 2 o'clock in the morning and bomb shot in a van. Police van too. It's that simple, but you see what I doing here? It's the best thing I could do. It's the best thing I could do. Same thing with Vinud. Same thing with Vinud. Vinud. It's the same thing with him. I go past and pick him up on a police vehicle. But you see what I doing here? You see what I doing here, viewers? Is the proper thing to do. Is the proper thing to do. I want them to understand how shameful the public looking at them. How shameful it is. But then say what? They like it, so I will continue doing it. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back from that commercial break, we're going to hear about TNT's Heatwave continue after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So welcome back to Realtalk viewers. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Remember that you're not getting that nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago. You see how everything going up step by step? I will tell you something. At the end of the year, you would need extra money. You would need extra money. So the best thing to do, the little money you have put away, and you're really getting no interest on it, or there's savings in the bank, take it out. Take it out and invest it with Realtalk. Make some profit. Make some money. Not small one, but big one. Since I'm an accountant, I know about financial investments. I know about financial investments. Oh, by the way, I'm looking for some record to buy. Any record man in Trinidad and Tobago selling their record, please contact Saieed 339-1670. We're looking for some record. With a scorching temperature of 31.5 Celsius degree on Tuesday afternoon at Piaku, Trinidad recorded one of the hottest temperatures since October 2020. It was the third time Piaku had surpassed 35 degrees Celsius for 2023, with the hottest day this year recorded just 2 days prior to Sunday with a maximum high of 35.4. On September 15, TNT was placed under the yellow level hot spell warning from the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, TTMS, which remain in effect until September 29th. High temperatures can be hazardous to health, especially to elderly, sick adults, and young children. According to the Met Office, a protective approach should be adopted to lessen the effects of the hot spell condition. So if you have a pool, go in a little pool, go by the beach, you have nothing to do, go in a little ravine or a river or something and cool down. Go up in Cora. Take a barrel, jump in the barrel, don't go under your neck, otherwise you know what can happen right there. Next thing you stick in the barrel, then you're going to be too nice. So hear this. Darrell Rampersad, President of the Agriculture Society, have stated that farmers are reporting loss of crop and livestock as high as 30 to 35% as a result of the heat spell. In some areas, such as Paramain, Lopino, and Blanchisseuse, where they plant on a hillside, loss are even higher. Rampersad underscores the urgent need for farmers to adopt water efficiency irrigation system and construct above ground pen to safeguard livestock. He added that if the ongoing heat wave is officially classified as a natural disaster affected farmers might be entitled to compensation. Well, I don't know how that will work out from the ministry, you know, because the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock ain't giving all nothing. Nothing. Meanwhile, Professor Jairam, hope that's how I pronounce his name proper, yeah? Said the application of biostimulant, preferably those derived from seaweed extract, can significantly mitigate the damage caused by ongoing heat wave. He warned persons to stay away from chemical, fertilizers, and pesticide while it is hot, because this will burn the plant, and if they have to apply pesticide, do it in the late evening. So farmers, if you have to spray or use chemical or fertilizers, pesticides, all these things, do it in the afternoon where the sun going down and the place will be cool, so you can be able to work overnight with your crop. I'm going to tell you something, viewers. It's a hectic thing right now, you know. It's a hectic thing right now with the heat wave that is going around. Animals falling down dead, plants dying, fish dying if the water is not cool enough. Well, don't talk if current go. Well, that's a problem by itself. It's a problem by itself. It's a sad thing, it's a sad thing, it's a sad thing. So let me hear what Marvin Gonzalez have to say now. The Minister of Public Utilities, Marvin Gonzalez, is calling for persons to manage their water use, as he warned that the current hot spell is leaving dams and water reservoirs facing dry season condition. Gonzalez said the Hollis Reservoir in Valencia has been hit hardest by this heat wave. He added that Wassa have already reduced production from 8.5 million gallons of water to 7.5 million gallons of water, given a drop in the lake level at a long-term average. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live, my dear.
I'm calling in concerning the water supply.
Okay.
Right? And the TNTech, whatever, everything. I'm going to tell you something that the population should absorb by now, what is happening. Remember, we have an increase in population with more people coming in and more houses to building in the NHA system. And when they do connection, it's the same amount of water is being distributed to these NHA houses and electricity and everything, right? And no expansion is being taken place with these public utilities. So it is affecting everybody. The little we have to share it with everybody, and everybody get a problem. Look our water system, the water pressure was so low. And when you bathe with the water, your skin's scratching. And by mistake, when my neighbor and I happened to forget and drink this water from the pipe, you know what we got? We never get a diarrhea like that continuously for a whole 24 hours, and this thing pouring in your belly up. I don't want to know what sort of water. I don't know if they're purifying the water too. I don't know. I
understand what you're saying.
It's sad. I don't know what we get in. The quality bad. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. The minister pointed to the high level of evaporation and the low inflow of probably water. The heat was already impacting the reservoir. He called on public to manage their water consumption. He said, if the weather conditions continue to be persistent as how it is now, WASA might have to consider implementing water restriction. We don't ain't getting water. We don't ain't getting water. But all you want to implement water restriction. I tell you, this country going mad, you know. This country going mad, you know. How hard it is for WASA to dig a dam. How hard it is for WASA to dig additional dam by where they already have dam. How hard? But I'm going to tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. You see common sense? Book sense is all well and good, you know. Book sense is showing that you are educated. But you see common sense? Common sense is a different thing. It's a different level of education altogether. Altogether. All WASA have to do, or Marvin have to do, is dig additional dam, you know. That's all they have to do, in additional dam, you know. That the cell plan, use the seawater. Venezuela doing that. We smart, educated dodo heads we have up here, they don't have that amount of knowledge. They don't. It's sad, yo. It's sad. Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, your life.
Ali, this might not be pertaining to what your show is about, but I would just like your platform for a little bit to mention about I supervisors for CSEC and CAPE. Our lives with people to know that we are not getting paid at all. They started paying in June. They stopped it. They said they have to stop it after the election. Now they're telling us it's after the fiscal year we're going to get paid. That is after December to the next year. I mean, this is nonsense. We're working hard. We're going out there and doing our work. Why is it that we're not getting paid? Exams finished since June.
So since June this year or June last year?
June this year, and some they pay some in June, and up to now the majority have not gotten paid as yet. Everybody wants the salary.
So some of you got paid in June, and from June to now, September month, the rest of you all haven't got all the salary.
No, and people calling in because the school open, they have to pay school fees, they have to buy books, they have to buy uniform, and all these people telling you, it's processing. I mean, this is nonsense.
Since June to September, it's processing?
Yes, it's processing.
I wonder if calling member check to stake from June to September to process.
Well, I don't know, because the Prime Minister wanted his dollar when he worked for it.
Yes.
So I don't know what happened to ours.
That's watch me. You see people in Trinidad and Tobago, they have to understand. My dear, thank you so much for highlighting it. We, the citizens of our country, we have to understand that, let me tell you something, all you're paying for a service through tax. I want you to understand that. You all are paying for a service through tax. There are 41 MP in the PNM administration. Every single one of them are getting their perks and their tax kickbacks and their salary at the, let me tell you something, the month is finishing good and their money in their account. I'm telling all you, them driving tax-free luxury vehicle. All are driving. All are driving. Oh, side you're bashing. When they go down and hold and bend your shop, who buying it for your call, remember? No. There's something wrong with that ministry vehicle. They're using taxpayers' money. Who money is taxpayers' money? Mine and yours. Mine and yours. You know why I like this? You want to know why I like this? It's because they are taking my tax money and spending it how they want. I will string them up on national television for the whole world to see. That the ministries are lackadaisical. And the offices, well, a little more worse than lackadaisical. You go tell me education ministry owing T&Tech $115 million. WASA owing $800 million. Public utility owing $20 million. And RIC wants to keep meeting now to tell us, the citizens, that they want to raise electricity. Why the head of RIC and the head of T&Tech don't take a debt collector and go to the ministry building? Send a truck and cut the power. Why they can't do that? That is a reasonable thing to do. Call a good night.
Right, sir.
You're live. Go right ahead.
First time caller from Grant.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Why doesn't WASA send their field officers and check all the leaks that have wasted on the road instead of cutting people's service?
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. So hear this now. I feel better we go for a commercial break before we start this bacchanal. So viewers, we're going for a commercial break. But before we go for this break, I'm looking for this vehicle. Vinod. I'm looking for Vinod vehicle. I'm looking for this vehicle. It belongs to a gentleman they call Vinod Dipchan. And I pay anybody in Trinidad and Tobago, whether I be bandit, whether I be police, whether I be who, I am paying them $10,000 to get this vehicle. Want your seat anyway? You know what to do. 10,000 for it. Also, Narissa. This is Narissa. Her address is P.O. Box 56 Padre, Extension Road in Tunapuna. You find Narissa, you'll find this vehicle. This vehicle presently is we will use the word supposed to be repossessed by Saieed. But they want to play hide and seek and hide the vehicle. There is no problem when somebody find them. I'm sure they go tell them where the vehicle is. Also, Raquel Bain Sazano of lot number 3, Solomon Street in Mayaro. I tell you, they come like bandits, you know. They may know different, you know. They may know different. So also paying $10,000 for this vehicle. It's an X-Trail. They want to play hide and seek, not a problem. Let me tell you something. Come back to me, director. Let me tell you something. The more you hide, is the more I can put all you on television. So the little money you take from me, and you feel, now we go take that from side, we go pay back no money. You see where it lead to? I put more money on top of that on all your head now. More money on that now. One thing it is capitally mad for me now. I will show you what madness is all about. So we're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear water protests in South Trinidad.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Grony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So protests in South for water, viewers. Water scarcity started in late August with electrical malfunctions at both Carney Water Treatment Plant and the desalination plant in Point Lisas. Even though these problems were rectified, water supply continued to severely impact communities. Among the area blocked by protesters: Bristol Village, Mayaro; Union Village, Pinal Rock Road; Pluck Road, San Francisco; and Mongol Trace in Woodland. At Woodland, residents stated that persons have not received water for 3 months, even though they are paying their bills. Listen to this.
right? And it's unfair that you are treating some people, giving them water and not giving the rest of the population water. I don't know the color of taxes when I pay. Is it yellow or is it red?
Is my tax money red or yellow? So the areas that get in water 7 days per week, why you can't cut it 2 days and send it to other locations? Why you can't do that? I doubt Marvin had that amount of sense. But nevertheless, President of Woodland Flood Action Group, Ade Singh, said some parts of Woodland got a pipe-borne supply, but the water pressure was so low that people could barely fill a barrel. He called for the operationalizing of the Petro Gaya service, commissioning a new water treatment plant, among many other solutions, which would facilitate uninterrupted access to the existing line to Rio Claro. Oh, now when last Rio Claro get water? When last? You know, viewers, you know, I'll tell earlier, come back to me, the director. 1.4 million people, and this is what I don't understand. The US, 30 million people, 30 million people and counting, and everybody could get water in their taps. Everybody throughout the US. We have a bloody hell 2x2 country here with 1.4 million people, and 3/4 of us in Trinidad and Tobago paying no lie. 3/4 of us in Trinidad and Tobago can't get water. 3/4 of us. What kind of leaders do we have in the administrations? In the various departments? What kind of ministers are there? Are they looking after the needs of the people that put them there? Or is it because when they hold a little title, the head swell off their shoulder? They become so fat. They become so full of themselves. As man, I don't want to see you, man. You too powerful for me. Ooh. They forget where they came from. That is why God sent me here, to remind them where they came from. If it wasn't for the people of Trinidad and Tobago, these persons who we have that we call leaders, who's really some dodo heads, and common sense is something that they don't have. They can't seek after it. They can't help the people. Let me tell you something. I don't care what the hell the ministers and them say, you know. I don't care. Agriculture gone down, schooling gone down, Ministry of Health gone down, Protective Service down, and everything just running amok in Trinidad and Tobago like nobody gives a damn. Nobody. We have a 60-year-old commissioner of police who says, I am very successful in what? Very successful in bringing failed plan 30 TPS. How sweet. You know why I just be like this, viewers? I'll tell you something. This program, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network, is being showed in every single English-speaking country in the world. And because of this, other countries are understanding that the ministers in this country we call Trinidad, are lackadaisical. They don't care about the people. I am bringing that to the world. That is what I am doing. Hence the reason why we got the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. One of these days I go buy a plane, you know. I go buy a plane. And I'm going to start dropping in Caribbean countries and bringing news from those countries. Real news. Like what you get on TV. I know if I want to help me buy a plane. And the whole crew going. The whole Real Talk crew traveling. All I feel is joke. But nevertheless, I have a raffle coming up with that vehicle dress now. It's a heavy pour. Call her good night.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk, my friend.
Sir, as long as the water truck is in operation, we'll always have a water problem in Trinidad and Tobago.
I understand what you're saying.
Corruption with the water truck. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Water truck had to make money. I understand where he coming from. Mayaro MP, Rushton Parry, has made an urgent call for WASA to address what he calls the constituency lingering water distribution issue. In a statement this morning, Parry said the ineffectiveness of WASA stemming from unresolved engineering challenges have disrupted water in the Mayaro constituency. Mr. Parry referred to a protest which occurred at Bristol Village this morning. He added that the San Pedro booster had been a problematic source with WASA, gripping the accurate pressure of the, how should I say this? What's the easiest word to use? Because of that booster and the downfall in that booster, the people of, let's say from San Pedro going up to Bristol, going up to Mayaro side, ain't getting water. They ain't getting water. And the lackadaisical, hey, hear this now. I hear this minister, Marvin gone Bago. And I hate begging people to run lines in communities. But Tobago have water right through. Tobago have water right through. And Tobagonian tell me that. He says, this man come up here and begging we to run water. We already have. We already have. It's sad, it's sad. Hey, one of these days, I'll go hear ministers and them bawling for spite, you know. So, look, take a listen at this.
This is Union Village here, Riocaro Mayaro. Yes, the problem is water. We in the 9 months of the year. 9 months of the year and we get water about 8 times in Union. We ask WASA for water, but they give you pipe. And this is the problem we have here this morning. So villagers come together, no creed and no race, everybody moving in one place, and we come and we stage our little roadblock to make sure that we can get the water and thing on the pipeline. We get water 9 times for the year, and this morning water come when we block the road, and this is the problem we having. I believe it's a country whole of Trinidad it's going on. And we want the WASA to do better. It's best they charge WASA water rate. And then they go do the work perfect. Because we ain't getting that.
Will I hear that, viewers? The dam is in Navet, I believe. Navet ain't too far from Mayaro. If the dam is in Navet and Mayaro ain't too far from there and them are getting water, you think I ain't sure going to go get? But Marvin can't see that. Marvin technical crews and directors and managers and supervisors, they can't see that. The lackadaisical, don't see head. I will call them that. They can say what the hell they want. Common sense is a serious thing. It's an education by itself. All I want to come at me, come now, man. I'm waiting for all you. I just wait for people, you know. All you want to launch? Launch! I launch in too. But my launch could be a different launch to all you one. Fed up with dry taps. Emmanuel staged a one-man placard protest outside the Water and Sewage Authority, WASA, in San Fernando for the second day. Take a look at this.
I'm personally being affected by this water situation.
It ranged from Woodland straight to San Francisco. So you're talking about, I can't, if I have to estimate, it's thousands of citizens.
And when the last time you received a truck once?
We have never received a truck one supply of water since the shutdown. We never received a truck one supply of water, but what I can tell you is that pipe one supply of water, although WASA claimed that it sent it, it was never sent. In fact, one day we opened the pipe and we saw water coming, to be honest. But the pressure was not enough to even fill a barrel.
So, what brought you out here this morning, please?
Well, I came out here this morning out of frustration after waiting 1 month and a half for water. I had to resort to purchasing water.
He said after the first protest on Monday, a WASA manager told him to go back home and they would send a truck-borne water for him in an hour. Listen to this.
And WASA reached out to you yesterday?
They actually reached out yesterday and they promised me they told me to end my protest and leave and that I will get the water within an hour. That was a lie. They set me up. They know, well, it was too far for me to come back. I waited all night, I waited all day, all night and still didn't receive the water.
So you intend to continue protest as long as it's necessary?
Well, me and possibly the villagers as well.
More than 12 residents of the Woodland and San Francisco provided evidence of no pipe-borne water in their community. They also showed proof of their request for truck-borne water. Residents of the Woodland Flooding Action Group, Adish Singh, also added that residents have now started making complaints to the Regulated Industry Commission, RIC. So some manager tell him to go home and he will get water, and he said, whole night he wait for water, whole day he wait for water, and he ain't get no water. So I wonder if that manager go home now and somebody burst all his tank and his water run out. What do you think gonna happen? What do you think gonna happen? He gonna get free water from WASA. You know why? He's a manager. He's a manager. You tell the bloody hell man to go home, you would get water. A day and a night pass, and the damn man ain't get no water yet. Somebody should bust all your tank. It's sad for saying that. First thing they're going to say, oh, Saeed, you're inciting violence. You're a bloody hell manager. You come out and you tell the individual go home. You'll get water in an hour time. 24 damn hours pass, and that hour cannot reach. All you're supposed to be driving on the road, and something gets pulled all you off the road. They're quite telling all you, oh, I'm a manager in WASA. Really? You're a donkey-head illiterate individual. And your words mean nothing to citizens. That is who you are. That is who you are to Saeed and the residents of Woodland and San Francisco. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. and join us another night for Real Talk with Saieed Ali as we go live again. Until then, enjoy the night.